Hi, everybody. It's Don Crowther. So there are a lot of people who would dearly love to be able to post guest blog posts or guest articles on other people's websites and recognize that that's a huge opportunity for them. They just don't know how to find those opportunities. Well, how about if I show you exactly how to do it? I'm going to show you 3 specific ways to find the hottest, most current ways to do that, because right now, there's a lot of ways you can find opportunities that are old and stale and they're not even currently being published. I'm going to show you how to find ones that work right now, today. Okay? All right. So here's the first one. Do a Twitter search. Let me show you exactly how I would go about doing that. Okay, so let's go to Twitter. So here we are on Twitter on a desktop. And so let's say I want to do something on marketing guest post. Okay. So if I go and I put in this search bar right up here, marketing guest post, and I search for that, what that's going to do is it's going to bring up people's posts to Twitter about guest posts that they've done. So let me show you some of these. So I wrote this guest post for. So here's one. And so sometimes you have to do a little scrolling because sometimes it's people teaching you how to do it. And sometimes they get a little dated. And so let me just show you a little trick here. If you come over here to the search filters, go down to advanced search, go all the way down to the bottom, it gives you dates. And so I can say, okay, I only want things done in the last month. So I'm going to do June 1st, 2020. It's currently July 1st as I do this. And so there we go. What it does is it appends. Whoops. Okay. So what it just did is I lost the first part. And so I'm just going to do marketing guest post until and do that search. And now I've got things that have just been published in the last 30 days. Now, what this is doing is it's taking advantage of something that's actually best practice. If you get one of your guest posts published on somebody else's blog, it's polite to make a Twitter post saying, hey, I just published this on such and such a blog, so that you're actually driving traffic from your audience to their blog post. And that's a great thing you can do as you pitch this to someone and give them an offer to create a blog post. Is you can say, hey, I'm going to tweet this out to my 40,000 followers, and so they'll want to come there to look at it too. And so there you go. So simply go through this, start looking at these, and what it'll do is it'll tell you, so here's this one, this site, and go click on those, and it'll start telling you, by the way, you don't want to do this. People offering to publish 30 guest posts for you. You don't want to get involved in that. It's just not a good idea. Here's a guest post to learn about marketing your association. So go ahead and start looking at those and start building yourself a little database of things, of opportunities, places that accept guest posts in your particular area. All right, let's go on to number 2. This is called the BioWords search. Actually, let me get off the screen share, go back to me. This is called the BioWords search. Here's the way it works. There are probably a couple of people who you're aware of that are your competitors who are regularly doing guest posts. So what you do is you go find a couple of guest posts of theirs, and what you'll find is they almost always use the exact same words in their bio. So they've got a cut and paste thing that they give in their bio to the other people that gives a link back to their site. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a search on those keywords, which will tell us where they've been published. All right, so can you see how we're doing this? We're taking what's already being done, what's working, and we're going and finding evidence of that. Okay, all right, so here we go. Let's go back and look at this. And so let's do this. So Neil Patel is a frequent poster in my industry, and his bio reads, Neil Patel is the co-founder of, and then it talks about what he does. And so if I just go and search on this on Google, what it'll do is initially it's going to give me his things to his site. But as soon as I get down to page 2, I'm going to start seeing, oh, hey, here's blog.wishpond.com, and here's Modern CTO, and here's Marketing Land, and here's a HubSpot blog, and here's India Abroad and Awakening. So you're starting to see, hey, here's a bunch of different places where Neil, a frequent poster in my particular marketplace, has made posts in this marketplace. Now, if we want to see, hey, there's only 2,340,000. So how about if we do this? Let's isolate this down to the last month. Okay. So now these are new posts that were published just within, or at least updated just within the last month. And so there you go. There's a list of places where Neil's articles have either been posted or updated just in the last month. If you go on, you find, and by the way, when you get to one of those sites, you may want to just scroll around and find other people who published at that site, put their information up in this spot up here, and you can start to explode out this and get a larger and larger list of people who are publishing in your specific market niche, who are people who are allowing guest posts in your particular market niche. Okay? All right. So I promised you I'd give you 3, right? So let's do this. I'll give you a third one. This is the Google keyword search function. So what we're going to do is we're going to go do Google searches for keywords for your topic area, plus keywords that reference guest posts. Okay, so let me share my screen again and let's show you this. So let's say I wanted to write a thing about analytics. And so what I can do is I can go search for the topic analytics, the plus sign, and then in quotation marks, put guest post by. So what this will do is it'll go find pages that have the word analytics on them and also have the words guest post by, because oftentimes people will say, hey, this is a guest post by Don Crowther, and that's how they start that particular page. And what'll happen is, so here's algo.com guest post, what type of analytics is best for retail? That's in 2019. Here's guest posting. Okay, so as you go through it, you're going to find different terms that do this. And as I said, we can also go up here and put in past month again and get ones that were just published or just updated within the last month. Now, guest post by is not the only term that people put in. There's lots of different terms that people use. And so you may want to go try a number of them. And so one of the things I did is I decided, hey, I'll just give you a list of actually 27 different terms that you can use in this little formula. So your topic area plus, and then I'll give you 27 different terms that you do there. It's in a special report I just created called How to Find Amazing Guest Post Opportunities, where not only do I give you those 27 terms, but I also go through and I just review what we just talked about, the Twitter search and a line from a heavy guest poster in your industry's bio. And then here's how to do a Google search on key guest posting terms. And I give you those 27 terms there. So there it is. And all you have to do to get that is just go here to doncrowther.com/guest posting report and give me your name and email address, and I will send that to you. So it's here, doncrowther.com/guest posting report. No spaces in there. doncrowther.com/guest. That's GUEST posting report. and you'll be able to get that. And it gives you complete instructions on exactly how to do what I just showed you how to do. Okay. How do you feel about this? Are you excited? Can you see how this can get you a bunch of extra traffic? Can you see how this can start to build your expert positioning in the marketplace? Now, one thing I am going to caution you about, there are a lot of people who talked about using this as an incoming links strategy for SEO purposes. It really doesn't work for that anymore. In fact, Google is actually demanding that anytime someone does a guest post, that any links back to that site are a no-follow link, and so they don't carry SEO value. But it's still very valuable to do this to get additional expert positioning and to help you get additional traffic into it, and put an opt-in incentive into that guest post so you'll get people to opt into your email list, and you'll build your business as a result. My recommendation is to go through this process, identify 5 opportunities. Actually, what I'd like you to do is identify 60 different opportunities and choose 5 of those for month 1, send off requests to those 5 different posting sources, targeting to get 2 opportunities to actually write, and write 2 new blog posts guest blog post every month for the next 12 months. At the end of that time, you'll have 24 new guest blog posts out there, driving traffic, driving your credibility, and driving opt-ins into your site. Okay, there you go. That's how you do it. It's that simple. DonCrowther.com/guest posting report. This is Don Crowther saying, just go do this stuff.